All right. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and great glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and salutations to the elect pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in truth and in sincerity. All right, in this particular video, I want to touch on the video that you see on your screen right here. It is uploaded by the priest Baquar Moth of the MOV Menevala, and he's talking about, he ran across this video right here on X. So he's touching on a world-shaking cyber attack. All right, a world-shaking cyber attack. As you can read, brother's going to get into it. Right here it says, OpenAI's Sam Altman warns that the next AI models could be misused by terrorist groups to create novel pathogens. That's no longer a theoretical thing, or it's not going to be for much longer, and agrees that there could be a world-shaking cyber attack this year. Now, if you remember Klaus Schwab, which is the founder of the WEF, if you know who he is, he's the founder of WEF. You don't know what the WEF is. It's the World Economic Forum. It's when the elites all get together and basically talk about their next moves. All right. And whatever little knots or things they got to iron out, wrinkles in the plan, or they go there and they hash everything out. Basically, they come and inform each other on what's really about to pop. All right. It's one of their meetings. It's a big party thing. And the founder of that is Klaus Schwab. Now, he was caught saying, not caught like somebody recorded him secretly or some shit like that. Nah, he was sitting there in front of the camera and was like, hey, this whole Crown Vic Royale shit that we just went through, which they predicted that was going to happen. You see that? So now they're telling you already this is going to happen next. This is what's about to happen next. And it's about to be a cyber attack. But this is going to be a comprehensive cyber attack that's going to make Crown Vic Royale, that pandemic, look like a walk in the park. You talking about supply chain shutdowns. You talking about businesses closing down and the businesses that's open and look like a fucking skeleton crew working in there. You talking about how it was empty as shit and party and bullshitting was at an all-time low? You talking about that time? When the world was shut down. Nothing was open. Everybody was in the house. It's going to be worse than that. It's going to make that look like a walk in the park. All right? We've been blowing a whistle on that, but now you got Esau blowing a whistle. So maybe Jake, fucking listen now. But they're talking about a comprehensive cyber attack. Now, I'm going to get a precept and then I'm going to play some of the brother, the priest, and then we're going to exit it. All right, now, ex-FBI director, before Trump came into office, Trump wanted this motherfucker out. Why? For various reasons, but possibly because of this one right here. Because for years, I think his name was like McAfee or something like that. He's been blowing the whistle on China gaining access to American critical infrastructure systems for years. What is a critical infrastructure system? It's your electrical grid. It's your water treatment facilities. It's transportation. It's communication. Oh, Salakia, hold on. Bear with me. Salakia. All right. It's communication. It's transportation. It's medicine. All right. All right. That's critical infrastructure. There's things that you need to make America go round. Okay. The things that you need to make America the superpower that it is, man. The electric. The essentials really just not the things that you need for America to go around. Really, any civilization, man. So if you cripple them, all right, America's going to effectively be knocked back to the Stone Age. Now, why has China been doing this? Because, they've been beefing for a long time, going in trade wars, so forth and so on. But China wants to take back Taiwan. It wants to take over Taiwan. Now, Taiwan is an ally to America. All right. And it's a strategic ally to America. So if the United States loses Taiwan, it's going to lose major power over there near China. Right. So now you have China circling around the island of Taiwan, making political cartoons of grabbing their president with chopsticks and burning him as an insect, while surrounding Taiwan in a drill. And information got leaked that eventually those drills are going to turn live and they're going to invade Taiwan. And then when America tries to do anything, they're going to cyber attack America. Now, the way it was delivered first is they're going to simultaneously cyber attack America. They're not going to do something and then wait for America to, to retaliate, whatever. That's how it was delivered first. Now it sounded a little different. Now they're saying they're going to wait. I heard that they're going to wait and then see if America do something and then cyber attack America. All right. And knock out everything. Now also, Iran is starting to do it now and Russia's starting to do it now. Cyber attacks. And now they're talking about the big one. The big one. Let's grab this. Shalakia. This is 2nd Ezra 15. And let's get at 10. And we read, Behold, my people was led as a flock to the slaughter. Right, our people are led as a flock to the slaughter. Look at our people. They live in lifestyles. And Esau will promote the lifestyle to them of death. All right, they live lifestyles that promote death. Shooting up people, killing people, eating abominable food, fucking who you want to fuck, sucking who you want to suck. Just doing as I will, just the Alex Crawley spirit, which is death, man. All right, you led like a flock to behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right, the Lord's going to save us out of this land of my spiritual Egypt, pursuant to Revelations 11 and 8. All right, this is spiritual Sodom and Egypt, and this is also spiritual Babylon, or mystery Babylon, or the virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, Egypt stands for the house of bondage, which we are in slavery here, and this is spiritual Sodom too. I'm pretty sure you could just walk outside the door and figure that one out. It says, I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Right? So the Lord's going to plague this place and then destroy the whole land. That's by way of thermonuclear destruction. Right? But how's the Lord going to plague this place? Well, he's giving you a little, he said, like the plagues of before, like ancient Egypt. That's how you know it's not talking about ancient Egypt, because we was out of ancient Egypt when this was being written. All right. So what was one of the plagues that he has done in ancient Egypt? It was pitch black dark. It was darkness. He hit Egypt with the plague of darkness. Right? And but over there in the land of Goshen, where the Israelites dwelt, there was light. But that darkness was thick. I believe it lasted 3 days, and it was so thick it could be felt. Right? So that's one of the plagues that he hit Egypt, ancient Egypt with. So look, it's not far-fetched to calculate that a cyber attack could happen here. It'd be pitch fucking black over here. You seen America lit up at night from space, the bird's eye view, and you seeing all the cities lit up and blah, blah, blah. Well, a grid down situation where all the lights are off, you wouldn't even be able to see a motherfucker that's standing right in front of you. You could be damn near about to touch tips of y'all noses together and won't be able to see a motherfucker with all your eyes open. That's how pitch black it is. In some parts of the world, like Malawi, over there in Africa, what they do, they don't have a little electrical grid like, where they can provide power 24/7 and everybody just using the shit out there. Nah, around 8 o'clock or around a certain time, they turn the power off. All right, how I know? I was talking to a shorty that lived in Africa at a point, and she was breaking it down like, yeah, I got an A, B, and C. My phone, gotta make sure this is like this is like that. And I'm like, what's going on? What's all this? And she like, oh, they cut the electricity out here. All right, and I believe she had sent me some pics and some shit, like a little video jump, and it was dark as fuck. Yeah, but I say all that to say, hey, the Lord is going to plague this place, hey, again. And darkness is one of those things, you see. And that'll have America at a standstill. But with no further ado, let's hop inside of this video. Let's hear the priest speak. I might pause it from time to time and, just back the brother up, land back off of him or whatever like that. But with no further ado, let's get into it.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. And for today's headlines, this is some pretty interesting information, starting off with what the CEO of OpenAI, I believe he's the CEO. I mean, at this point, there's so many titles that doesn't really matter. But this is what he's saying, okay? OpenAI's Sam Altman warns that the next AI models could be misused by terrorist groups to create novel pathogens. That's no longer a theoretical thing, or it's not going to be for much longer, and agrees that there could be a world-shaking cyber attack this year. Let's run that back again, slow, so it sinks in, right? He agrees that there could be a world-shaking cyber attack this year. Now, he's starting to sound like the Bill Gates of the tech industry, right? And why so specific? I mean, we're going to let you listen to the video and see maybe the person he was speaking to asked him that question directly, and then he just said, yeah. But, usually you hear something like, it's possible that at some point in the future, we could see something like this with said potential. But this year, that's interesting. Now, before I play this, I just wanted to also pull up here. There is a model that was developed by Anthropic called Mythos. And let me just type in here, dangerous.
But I agree with the priest. He said, it is interesting to say this year. All right. Now, there's been plenty of information where elites been talking to friends saying, well, do whatever you want to do this year, because next year ain't going to matter, 2027. So freak off, do what you want to do. 2027 is not going to matter. It's so, and this is by a lot of people's testimonies, man. And did you see that post from Donald Trump, that tweet? Which I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna touch on that real quick. But the tweet was the planet Earth with a big reset button on it. And he said the greatest world's reset. Oh man, come on. If it's not in front of your fucking face, come on, man. This is over with. This is over with, man. America's done, man. If you can't see it, man, the Lord probably not dealing with you, bro. If you can't see it, the Lord is not dealing with you. And we're living in a world now. I was just talking to Eve about this and somebody on the plantation. I'm like, hey, we're living in a world now where presidents and prime ministers are tweeting. Niggas is beefing online. They beefing like they got something in their mind. They're not no longer taking it politically. Things are happening behind closed doors and that. Nah, motherfuckers is straight posting like bitches, bro. Posting, beefing. Mocking each other's religions and cultures and shit. Like really on some Facebook shit, but this is on Twitter. And Trump, he's writing posts and then deleting them. What type of shit? Hey, America over, bruh. This shit's over with, man.
They're saying this, I'll just read this here. But it says Mythos is the first AI model ever to be restricted from users because of its destructive cybersecurity potential. The ability to identify zero-day software vulnerabilities previously resided only with highly specialized and knowledgeable cybersecurity experts and hackers, no more. Now, a zero-day software vulnerability means, let's say some company develops some software, right? A zero-day vulnerability is the first or immediate, A vulnerability is like a hole. Imagine a back door or some place that wasn't securely patched that you can get used to get access, unrestricted access into a system. That's what some hackers would do. They would look for vulnerability. So how is the code written? Maybe the programmer forgot to put a certain check over here that allows you to find a way to break that part of the code or access a certain part in the software and then cause it to do what you want it to do. Right? Even the tiniest sliver of some vulnerability can be very dangerous. Right? It gives them access. Now, as we just read here, and we'll go back to what Sam Altman was just saying. But as we just read here, this is something that used to be only restricted with highly specialized and knowledgeable experts and hackers, because it takes a lot of like you need to have a very deep and well and solid understanding of machines at a very low level and at a high level, how web development, right, all these things to be able to even have a chance at finding some of these vulnerabilities. And for some of them, you need to like run all types of just like algorithms against the software to see if you can find something. They call that brute force, right? When you have an AI model that can like crunch out numbers and do repetitive tasks and try so many different ways so quickly, at such a high scale, that's what makes it more lethal. So I mean, this is how they're portraying this model mythos to be, like Ultron gone rogue. But we'll see. Okay, now I also read something about mythos here, which was saying that I think they said the U.S. Treasury was reaching out to Anthropic to quickly get access to mythos, and Anthropic was also telling some of these like companies to quickly use mythos to test their software. What that means is they would get access to this model. They would have this model try to actually hack into their software, and that allows them to find out which parts of their software has like bugs that they need to fix. This way, they get ahead of everybody else, because if and when this model becomes public, people, as what Sam here is saying, anybody, right? Whether a bad actor or a good person or whatever can get access to it, and then they can do,
Right. So what I'm hearing is they basically are selling fear to you, right? Well, look, this system is so powerful, and the way that it's built, if it gets into the wrong hand, it can be used to gain access to systems that you're not supposed to have access to. So terrorist groups can get into these things and shut down grids and parts of power plants and da da da. This is essentially what they're saying. So the reason that they're telling you this is basically because they want they want to give you a solution on it. See, Esau, he's known for doing that, creating global problems so he can give you a global solution. All right, it's no different from right here. Hey, look, this AI system. I mean, you see AI every fucking where. It's on your phone. It's on the computer. It's on your PlayStations. I mean, it's everywhere. It's at your job. AI is everywhere. So now you have this system, this rogue system that can be used as a Skynet, a Terminator system is out there. And yo, if it's in the wrong hands, man, this is nothing but showing you that look, this is what they've been planning, and this Mythos AI system is probably the catalyst to get this shit off. But notice in the Esau and his plans, a train just had to chime in, man. But knowing Esau and how the way that he moves, he's giving you a problem so that you can react, and so he can give you a solution. Problem, reaction, solution, or the Hegelian dialectic. All right. So the brother, he peeling it back on the technical. I understand what he's saying. So for brothers and maybe just a few sisters that stumble across this video, if the brother kind of going over your head a little bit, that's kind of what he's talking about. All right. And he is about to, get into a little bit of the video, I believe. But this is some edification. We're not going to go through the whole video. I got to get ready to hit camp in a little bit. But
think about hackers
with that
today, right? Hackers use the normal technology we all have to hack, and they can do some very damaging things. So how much more for a hacker who has a model that is like the core of cybersecurity dangers under their grasp? They can do a lot of damage. So let's go back here. I saw a post as well. I think this is on X. I can't find it, but I'll try to summarize it. But basically, it was actually on Instagram, and it was a guy who said that I think his roommate who works at Anthropic, came when college that is, came home at like 3 a.m. like completely like just crashing out. Because I guess they had revealed, because they told the internal team, of course, right, what this model is actually like. And he's probably on some like, yo, this is crazy, right? This is like, this shouldn't even be a thing. But it is. So let's hear what this guy's saying over here.
That's quite important. I would expect the next class of model. I would expect that with the next class of models, you start to see people say, this helped me make the most important discovery of my decade or maybe my career. So that kind of level, like, maybe not winning a Nobel Prize on its own, but like a significant career-defining discovery. On the kind of knowledge work side, I suspect that current models can. You hear people say maybe they're like twice as productive or 3 times as productive as they used to be as a coder, and maybe you'll start to hear people say, I'm able to do like the work of a whole team with these tools. So if it's me and X hundred GPUs, we can do the work of a whole software team. So that's quite significant. On the scary side, the main areas we currently track in our preparedness framework are cybersecurity, bio, and actually, in the interest of time, let me stop at those two. I suspect in the next year, we will see significant threats we have to mitigate from cyber. And these models are already quite capable and will get much more capable. And then on bio, this is something we've been talking about a lot. The models are clearly going to get very good at helping people do biology at an advanced level. Wonderful things are going to happen. We'll see a bunch of diseases get cured. Someone's going to try to misuse those. And for now, when the models, the frontier models are all sort of in the hands of pretty responsible companies, I think we can mitigate those by the companies aligning the models and having good classifiers and good safety stacks. But we're not that far away from a world where there are incredibly capable open source models that are very good at biology, and the need for society to be resilient to.
And when he says open source means it's not proprietary. Meaning like proprietary is like, let's say like OpenAI, they keep the code and their AI software and everything like away from the public. It's for only them. Only they have access to it. But you can use it through means that they've defined. Open source means that it's free. Anybody can go and access the whole entire code and basically manipulate it and do what they want with it.
Basically, it's like jailbroke type shit. Like ChatGPT is like not open source. You can use it, but it's programmable. It's like it has certain shit that you can't pass it. That's why you got videos of people trying to trick the AI, but the way that it was built and programmed, you can't get past that. And anybody can really use it, but I wouldn't believe it's open source. Anybody can use it, but you can't get on it and just like reprogram and get it to do certain things in that nature. If I'm wrapping my head around it correctly.
There are certain like loose restrictions. So that's what he means there. Like if they develop some very dangerous model and they're like, this is kept only for like us and companies that we trust. In the future, which is not far away, somebody else can develop an open source version of that, which is like, well, anybody can go and use this for whatever they want, and it has the same capabilities.
Well, here's the thing. They've been had this technology, man. What do you think China's... See, you have something called the CISA, not the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency. You got something called the CISA. Now, they're responsible for stopping America from being cyber attacked. Do you know that these niggas got cyber attacked by China? And when asked, basically, hey, is there anything you can do? I'm like, no. It's like 50 of them to one of us. When niggas want to cyber attack us, that's just what they doing. They just getting that shit off. They been had that. They been had cyber technology. Come on, bruh. Whatever. This is just really prepping you. Prepping the scene. And, before the show comes on, motherfuckers is getting the curtains right or whatever, how they got the stage looking, the chairs, the carpet, whatever. They just make sure everything looks good before action.
Terrorist groups using these models to try to create novel pathogens is that's no longer a theoretical thing. That's not going to be for much longer. So part of the reason that we are trying to push also in this blueprint ideas around societal resilience is a realization that AI safety in a world of powerful AI cannot be done by the companies alone. We are trying to push also in this blueprint ideas around societal resilience is a realization.
I heard AI safety a pause and cannot be basically held or maintained by companies alone, which is like insinuating we need help from you need help from the government, which is sound like digital ID, if you ask me. All right, this is AI thing out there because this is what makes sense to me. A cyber attack that destroys the known system. So, there's a system with your name and the social security and all that other shit. Now, if that's attacked and destroyed, I'm giving quotations destroyed. Then if you walk up with your credentials and say, hey, this is me. My name is Private Joe Snuffy. And here's my ID. And birth certificate, they're going to be like, I don't know if that's you or made that up. This is the new rules is you can, in order to register in the new system, because the old system has been destroyed. It's been hacked, cyber attacked. You have to get a digital footprint, a digital ID, and that will be mandatory for you to eat and buy and sell. Over there in the UK, they said that if you do not have a digital ID, you will not be able to work. All right, that's buy, sell, provide, nothing, all that. Everything is going to be from the digital ID to the RFID, which is the mark of the beast. Hold on, Salakia. God. Right, and that's what it's all gonna go to. This is what it's sounding like to me. Let's listen to him a little bit more. Then I'm gonna get up on out of here.
AI safety in a world of powerful AI cannot be done by the companies alone.
That's pretty interesting.
Mention cyber and then
Maybe this is just baked into the video.
Print ideas around societal resilience is a realization that AI safety in a world of powerful AI cannot be done by the companies alone.
when you mention cyber in the next year, something that Jim and I have heard a lot from the AI companies is there could well be a world-shaking cyber attack this year that will get people's attention. It sounds like you agree with that.
You see, and he about to say, I do. But here's the thing. It's like when you see those newscasters kind of repeat the same thing the other newscasters say, it'd be funny how they be saying the same points, man. I'm about to rewind it. Tell me, what this guy says, dude with the cul-de-sac. Tell me that you peep what he said. Check it.
Is there could well be a world-shaking cyber attack this year that would get people's attention. Sounds like you agree with that.
That'll get people's attention. Who that sound like? Bill Gates, right? How many times was he caught saying, oh, it's going to be another pandemic, and this one to get people's attention? It's like they say the same talking points. That's how you know where they're getting the information from. All right? The World Economic Forum already got exposed. We wasn't supposed to know that. They were supposed to be in plain sight. Don't forget, we supposed to be dumb. We ain't supposed to know niggas is right across the way talking about pointing back across the way like, yo, we about to fuck them up. We ain't supposed to know that. That y'all had is a meeting. But then it's out. And they talk about cyber attacks and all this. So what we're really seeing is their plan. All right? The Lord exposed their agenda, and that's what we're seeing, man.
I think that's totally possible. Yes, I think to avoid that, it will require a tremendous amount of work. Also, in a sort of resilient style approach. Again, it's not just like make one AI model safe. It is defenders. We have this thing called the Trusted Access Program, other companies do other things, but cybersecurity companies, the major platforms, the governments, using this technology to try to rapidly secure their systems, the open source stack, all of that. That's quite important now.
So you heard him.
Well, hey, there you have it. Hope that was edifying. I'm going to get up out of here. If you want to watch the rest of this video, it's from the brother Bakwar Moth. This is his latest video. Was uploaded no longer than 2 hours ago. So I hope this edifying. Hope you can take something from this. With that, I'm going to say shalom.